Universal Studios Great Britain has some exciting updates. This includes some huge indications that the green light is imminent, even more investment from Universal Studios themselves, plus there's even more to tell you about. I'm a bit overstimulated already. So for those of you that have been living under a rock, yes, Universal Studios are planning on building a theme park in the UK. Pinch me. Anyway, what I'm saying is that this is a little bit exciting. I mean, we lose our minds if Thorpe Park announce a new paint job. Imagine the scenes when a whole new theme park pops up in Bedford. So it's been around a year since we first heard of these plans, and therefore about a year of eager anticipation that this ride will get the go. It's not even a ride, it's a theme park. This theme park will get the go-ahead. And well, I'm not one to beg, but I will do anything to get this confirmed. No, there is a line. But looking at previous projects, comparable projects, I think it's understandable as to why we have some trust issues. And even the idea of Universal Studios Great Britain still feels like a dream until I read this. Honestly, what I'm about to share with you is it's good. And I'll get into that soon enough and explain why this feels different based on the evidence we have so far. So if you do want to stay up to date with UK theme park news and specifically stuff to do with this project, please do consider subscribing. I'd greatly appreciate it, and maybe we can get to 5k. But first, a quick recap of what's going on across the whole industry. We have Ghostly Manor at Paultons Park, which looks set to be opening in May 2025. Alton Towers are building a Bluey themed roller coaster for 2026. It's not that exciting, to be honest. But they do have Toxicator testing for those thrill seekers out there. And probably most exciting of all, over at Alton Towers, the Sky Ride is reopening. So we no longer have to walk 20 minutes to get from Rita over to Nemesis. Now we just have to queue for 30 and dangle in a state of anxiety for a further 10. It's good news, isn't it? Oh yeah, and Drenched is being removed at Oakwood. Shock. Honestly, who really cares? Let's look at Universal.
Just seeing where it's going to be.
That's
No, you're pointing the wrong way. It says that way.
so right here, right in front of us.
Yeah.
This will be the car park, potentially. I'm looking at plans. Yeah, City Walk and a hotel will be just to the right, probably behind this bush area and a little bit more to the right as well. And then all the way down there, the theme park.
Well, Universal Studios have trademarked Universal Studios in the UK. This, of course, points to the fact that Universal Studios do not want anyone else in the UK to build a theme park called Universal Studios before they do. But jokes aside, this is huge news, and when companies trademark something, they usually intend to use it. Let's look at the most recent examples from Universal, at least. We had the trademark for Velocicoaster. On from that, Camp Cretaceous, and then most recently the trademark for the name Epic Universe. One became a half-decent roller coaster, another a TV show, and then the final one is growing into a lovely new theme park in the Orlando area. They grow up so fast. So given the past evidence, this development does show a significant stride in the right direction towards this project being confirmed. I mean, it's almost a definite now, but there's even more to look at. And that comes in the form of even more investment from Universal. We know that Universal have been buying land in the Bedford area, and they now own around 500 acres in the Kempston Hardwick area in Bedford, which, I'll be honest, means nothing to me, but it will do soon. And for reference, that site is just slightly smaller than that of Alton Towers, which is currently, and given this evidence, still going to be the UK's largest theme park. Furthermore, we know this is around 60 miles from London, with very good train links from London Bridge, a central and large station. Looking at the accessibility and the investment, I think the most telling part is the ownership of the land and the beginning of cash flow and continuation of cash flow, because people and investors especially would not invest in something if they're not confident that they're going to get a return on that investment. And in this case, they're only going to get their money back should a theme park open to the public. And yes, I know it's not unheard of for investors to lose money. We only need to look at Swanscombe and the London resort, because that was obviously a great success. I digress, because generally people do not like to lose money, and it comes back to the loss aversion bias. And to give you a bit of an idea, if you was to lose £10, that hurts more than the happiness of gaining £10. And that's where the whole investment thing becomes a huge deal. My point is that investment would have taken great consideration for people, and so many people, to part with money, enough money to get 500 acres worth of land near London. And therefore, something would need to have given them great confidence to risk losing their money on this project. It's risk versus reward.
Cheers, Jeff.
But there's even more to talk about. And that brings me on to this week's... I thought this lady was the one from Countdown, but turns out she's actually a politician. Of the week goes to Rachel Reeves, because I thought she was the lady from Countdown, but she's actually just a politician. According to multiple news sources, Chancellor Rachel Reeves, not to be mistaken for Rachel Riley, was expected to announce the green light, or at least an update on negotiations between the Bedfordshire Council and the studios of Universal last week. But she didn't. Come on, we just want a theme park and a city walk with a Greggs, a Wetherspoons, and perhaps the cheekiest of cuisine to ever grace this earth: Nando's. And to be honest, I think there's something they're not telling us. I genuinely think there's been more progress than they're letting on. Probably to not take any of the shine away from Epic Universe, the new theme park opening this year, and perhaps even further down the line to not take any of the limelight away from their Halloween Horror Nights event that goes on obviously in Los Angeles and Orlando. But although it seems like confirmation is edging ever closer, I genuinely think behind the scenes more has happened than has been made public. And if anyone happens to know something that I don't, or has their suspicions or hypotheses, please do let me know in the comments below. And I mean, I'll pin the best ones. So anyone watching this video wants some extra information, hopefully it's there. But for now, that is all that I know. I will keep an eye out for any further updates and post on this channel. Thanks so much for watching. Like the video if you did enjoy it. Ciao, legends. That was good, wasn't it? Please, sir, can we have some more? You don't have to call me sir. But here's your link. Click it. Sir Pun a lot would sound cool though.